everyone, welcome back to another Stitches and Scribbles video. Today I am testing a crafty product. I can't talk today. If you don't know, I'm a teacher and I am on spring break right now, so my brain is definitely in vacation mode, not in speaking fluently mode. This is a tulip I-cord maker, so I wanted to kind of show you how it works, give you my thoughts on it, all that good stuff. First thing you need for using this tulip is something that you can poke down the little openings on the hooks with. These kind of look like latch hooks, if you've ever done that before. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that all of the bottoms of the latch hook are down. I just used a knitting needle to do that. I believe it actually came with a crochet hook to do that with. And then you're going to need your yarn. I have found that this machine works best with like 3-weight yarn, although 4-weight worsted yarn also works fine. You just have to go a little bit more slowly to make sure that you don't get as many knots in it. So on the outside of the machine there's a little loop. You put your yarn under that loop, and then there's a notch in the plastic at the top, and you want it to lay over that and drop it down into the center of the machine. Now what makes this a little different from a centro knitting machine with more needles on it is you actually have to put a weight on the bottom of your yarn to hold it. So this is the one that it came with. You push the button and it creates a tunnel, an opening. So then you put your yarn through that opening and release it, and then it is tight on the end of your yarn. Alright, to kind of cast on your I-cord, you start cranking, let the yarn catch on one hook, and then you want to pull it over so that it doesn't catch on the second one. Let it catch on the third, and pull it over the fourth. At this point, you can start to hold it a little tighter and let the weight start to pull. I'm going to adjust my weight here a little bit and hold it up so you can see. And then you can start to crank and let each hook catch the yarn. You just slowly let it crank. I'm going to pull my weight and tilt sideways a little bit so that it still falls down. And you just keep going, and it's going to start to make that I-cord going down that center tube. This is definitely a much faster way to make an I-cord if you need it for a little animal or whatever you're making. This definitely goes a lot faster than actually knitting an I-cord. So even if you're not a knitting machine person, I recommend this for making all those fiddly little I-cord projects. Alright, so you can see the I-cord coming out the bottom here. I have decided I'm done with how long I want my project to be. So to cast off, you actually crank backwards, and it should release all 4 loops, and your cord will drop down through the center. I'm going to cut my yarn and let it fall through, and then detach my I-cord from the weight. So what you'll notice is you have 4 open stitches at the top. What you're going to want to do is find your yarn needle that seems to always get lost right when you need it, even though you got it out specifically to start this video. Good thing, have a backup. Get out your yarn needle, thread the end by the live stitches, and then you just want to go through each one of those stitches, pulling very gently so that you don't undo the other stitches before you have a chance to thread your yarn through them. like that, and pull tight, and you can do a stitch through it and seal it off in a knot. And there you have your finished I-cord. So like I said before, this machine can be used for a lot of stuff. I personally used it to make a small cat stuffed animal, and I used this for the tail. So here's the little cat I made. He's kind of goofy looking. I'm not sure I like the safety eyes. But I did use the I-cord maker for the tail, and this is with a 4-weight yarn. I used a Centro 22 needle for the body, so it ended up being a perfect size for that. You could also use this to make jewelry. I'm sure it'd be really pretty if you used metallic cording and threaded some beads over the knot you would have to tie to fasten it off, but that could be very pretty. If you did it with elastic cord, it could also be a great hair tie. So in addition to all the other projects that use I-cords, those are some of my recommendations. I'm really happy with this version of the I-cord maker. I do know that Addie also makes one, but it is a 6 needle machine instead of 4, so you might debate which one to get based on how many stitches you want your I-cord to be. A 6 needle machine would definitely make a bigger I-cord than the 4 needle one that I have. Plus the Addie is also much more expensive than the one I got. I think that the Addie egg ran around 40 and this one was like 15 or 16, but I know Amazon's prices change a lot, especially for craft supplies. So you'll just have to check what the prices are when you're looking. Anyway, recommend this machine. Love using it. It definitely took a couple tries to get it right the first time, so don't freak out if it doesn't work for you right away. It does take a couple tries to really get the hang of it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!